What's up, guys? It's your boy Maxos here with another market update. Do me a favor, grab a hatchet and smash that like button. Drop a sub, subscribe. Cheers. Look, I didn't get to my weekly wrap up last week like I wanted to, and I haven't had time to do a market update with the charts. But I just wanted to give my thoughts on where the market might be going this week, what the market makers are kind of planning. I should have had a look at news before I started this video, but anyway, I know there's some big news on Wednesday, sort of midweek, some big USD news. So basically, whenever that news is for your time zone, that's what you're going to be watching. So if basically the market has set up such that there's a lot of liquidity on, all majors above the tops, right? We got the double top on GU, NU, and EU has got kind of got one, or at least a bunch of peaks with liquidity. So it's really setting up for a liquidity grab, right? Now, the question is, like the GU one, for instance, and I think NU are quite large, as in the double tops are quite separated. So what we might get is actually a bit of messing around at this level, maybe even start selling off on majors after, just going up tonight on London or whatever, and then we might get a bit of a sell-off. And when I say a bit of a sell, like on news, and the majors might actually sell off. Like, so GU might be 300 pips, and the other majors, 150 pips, something of that order, 150, 200 pips. Gold as well. I put up the trade last week. Gold, 1947.50 for the short. Looked like a perfect expansion leg. It turned out to be that. It's coming down. I've got that charted. I'll do a video. And that going right down to I think under sort of 1900, under 1900 level kind of thing as a potential. So what I'm seeing is that we may come down this week on the majors, and with a serious correction. And doesn't matter if it's impulsive, forex market, that doesn't matter. Corrections can be impulsive or corrective in nature. It's still a correction. So, we can come down hard and then only to start heading back up in that corrective nature, take the top with a corrective wave, but get that liquidity, come back down, retest the double tops that have been set up, or the liquidity on EU, shoot up again to take out those sellers, and then only to come down and sell off. And this can take place over the next several weeks, right? 3 to 4 weeks. So it just depends how it plays, but that's how I see potential. The other potential is if we just start trending up on all majors and DXY goes down, it stays below that level, that 102 roughly level, just from memory. We've kept retesting that EL as I've discussed, and we haven't broken it. I expected that down move that we got. We got the big sell on the majors when DXY pumped back up, but it failed to reclaim that EL, and it's just been going sideways market under that level. So I'm waiting for us to go one way or the other, right? Now, if DXY does end up going up, then it's going to come down again. But if it ends up just trending on down, then we might get the top, as in the top for the next several months on majors and on DXY, and so that's what we'll be looking for. So if it trends up now through this London and New York, and then the next couple of days until the big news event, and we've taken the highs, then I'm looking for a sell. I'm looking for the big sells on the majors, right? Absolutely, 100%. If it stays sideways and starts to trend down, then it could go either way, really. I'm just going to have to look at the setups at the time, because when the news comes, we could just shoot straight up, and all the majors go straight up, take out that liquidity, trend for a day, and then sell off. So it's the more the certain trade, the more certain trade, is if we start trending up now, and the majors take out the high and DXY takes out the low. That is the more certain trade. So if that happens, then when news hits, we're looking for sells, right? Definitely don't be holding longs. Now, could it shoot up some more? Absolutely. But we're not looking for that. You're not looking for a buy in that situation, right? If it goes sideways from here until news, well, then we're really going to have to be concentrating and looking at our levels, and maybe even wait for the volatility to snag an entry on an expansion leg. You know how wild it gets in some of the news events. So that's harder to predict where it's going to go. If we just go sideways, it's harder to predict where it's going to go. Because if we go sideways, I could see it majors plummeting on news, getting a big sell-off, people getting all bearish, and then trending back up next week, right? So if that plays out, then that plays out. To be honest, if it goes sideways and then we got the news event coming, I'm probably not. I won't have many positions open, if any, on that news, unless they're well clear, right? Yeah, but if it's sideways, then I won't have any positions that are really well clear of the volatility that we could get with the news event. So, yeah, that's the scenario. If it's sideways, but if it actually trends down, it's kind of similar. You could see it trending down, and then DXY just dumping on news, and so then all the majors have been trending down, and then they just shoot up. And then there's obviously that other scenario where it trends down, and then the majors dump on news. DXY really shoots up, and then that would be eventually setting up to retake the high. So then in the next few weeks we'd be looking for buy setups again. I'm sure this would have been easier to understand if I was, if I had a chart on the screen. But that's basically, I know there's a few options there, but they are really, if you can try to remember those, and then you see what happens is it's likely to play out that way. Now again, the most clear one is if we trend up, we take the high, then we're looking for the sell. Like I said, if it does just go sideways, I'm going to be uncertain, right? I'm going to be uncertain of where it's going to go on that big news event. And then if it goes low, again, a bit of uncertainty, but in terms of the actual news event, is it going to shoot up, is it going to shoot down? But once we get the news event, once it calms down a bit, we'll see what levels it's at, and then we'll be able to go, right, now we're selling off, or yeah, we're climbing and we're taking the high. Look, that's all I'm going to do for now. If you trade the 4E, then good luck. It's going to should be a bit of fun. I'll be putting a few setups on tonight, I'd imagine, and the next couple of days, and then we'll see how they play, if they're just going to be scalps, or if it is going to trend one way or the other. So we'll see what happens. Best of luck. Smash that like with that hatchet. Hope you get that reference. And have a good trading week. Cheers.